In order to achieve something great, you have to take risks.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
But the thing about taking risks is it doesn't always end well.
So Sam Queso, the very unusual in a red number here at the lodge.
And sometimes you fall flat on your face.
And Sam Queso, starting off in the hole. Could be stacked for the second time today. Queso just having a tough time tonight.
All right, y'all, currently I'm on my way to play the Lodge live stream. There's a problem though, okay? They usually post on their YouTube page upcoming stream. That's how you know there's gonna be a stream today, but they haven't posted that yet. And I double checked my messages. They said 3:30, March 30th, be there at 2:15 p.m. It's March 30th. I should get there right at 2:15 p.m., but wait, I lied. Literally, I'm not making this up. Literally, as I was, come on. I'm gonna cover this up. Skull Mike just texted me, okay. Skull Mike just texted me. He said, see you soon. So, never mind. There is a stream. I was going to say I'm going to be driving 2.5 hours to play a regular cash game, and that would suck. But there is a stream today, and we are going to sun run, and that is guaranteed.
And Sam Queso, starting off in the hole.
If you don't believe that, shut your mouth, lock in. I'll talk to you guys when I get there. All right, we made it on time, actually. It's 2:14. I was supposed to be here at 2:15, so we're early. Now, to update you guys on this challenge, I've made just over $1,000 so far, but I've only played 2 sessions. And today, I'm about to risk all of this plus this. It's $8,000 total. Hopefully, I don't have to risk it all, but initially, I thought today was going to be an actual 5-10 game, but then I saw one player in particular on the list, T1000.
All in, gonna put him all in. Here's the pressure.
All in.
All in! All in from T1000!
All in.
Ooh, the jam,
yeah.
the 2x pot jam.
He puts pressure.
So I just had to completely shift my mentality to this is going to be a big game, and that's okay because I'm going to sun run. I'm going to say it right now. I'm about to sun run. That's a fact. You just got to believe in yourself. And honestly, to be super, super honest with you guys, driving up here, my wife called me and was like, half the breakers went out at the house, and then I looked down on my truck and a light goes off that I don't even know what it's for. I still don't know what the light's for. So I just had 2 problems pop up that kind of messed with me mentally, but I'm here now. I just drove 2.5 hours. I can't fix these problems right now. It's not in my control. The only thing I can control is going in there and playing good poker. Me going in there and getting scooped is not gonna fix these problems at all, and it's definitely not gonna help pay for them. But yeah, I'm still locked in, okay? I can't control those things right now. All I can focus on is playing good poker and booking a massive win, and that's what we're gonna go do. Shut your mouth, lock in. Let's get to it. Thank you.
You going in the stream?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good luck. We'll be
Thank
watching you right there.
Oh my gosh, that camera's so tiny.
It's about the heart, not the size.
As soon as I take my seat, I get the worst news possible. T1000 is seated directly to my left, which means there's a 99% chance he's gonna be putting pressure on me the entire night. It only takes 10 minutes before that pressure starts getting applied. I pick up ace-9 of spades in the small blind, open to 75. As expected, T1000 isn't gonna do much calling. He re-raises to 250. I don't really want to play a pot against this guy out of position, but folding a suited ace heads up feels pretty nitty, so I call. Flop comes 4-9 king with 1 spade. We have middle pair with the backdoor flush draw. I start with a check. T1000 continues for $150. I just call, hoping to see an ace-9 or spade on the turn. We don't get any of that. I check again. Immediately, T1000 starts eyeing my stack. There's just over 800 in the middle, and I have 1,600 in my stack. He decides he wants to play for it all. He puts me all in. I expected him to apply pressure, but I truly didn't think it would start this early on. Part of me really wants to call here because there's a ton of draws he could have that we have beat, but all we have is third pair. So even some of his semi-bluffs, like Queen 10 or Jack 10 of clubs, have us beat. I only have $400 invested into this pot, so I decided to let it go and pick a better spot to potentially bluff catch. As y'all can see, he wasn't bluffing. He had the best hand. We save ourselves $1,600 by folding there on the turn. 2 more orbits go by before we pick up a premium pocket jacks. Open to 100. T1000 literally snap calls. Folds back around to Son on my left and he calls as well. We're going 3 ways to a flop. It's awful. Son checks, I check, and so does T1000. The turn is a king, putting another overcard to our pocket jacks on the board. Son checks for a second time. No one's shown any interest in this pot so far, and based off the pre-flop action, I'm most likely to have all the strong hands on this board. So I decided to turn my pocket jacks into a bluff and bet $200. T1000 folds, but Son decides to call. Now we're heads up. The river is the 9 of hearts, and for a third time, Son checks. Based off the way he's played this hand, I really think he has a pair of queens or a pair of kings. Either of those hands are going to hate facing a jam here on the river. And that's what I decide to do.
Your buddy Nick.
I fade the snap call, but unfortunately, Son has 2 pair, and he's not folding. He flicks in the call.
Flicks it in.
So Sam Queso, the very unusual in a red number here at the lodge on the stream. He is not lost in his 3 appearances.
Just like that, we're in the hole $2,000. I grab $4,000 worth of black chips and put them on the table. In total, we're in for $6,000 now. Nothing really goes our way for the next hour. I lose a few $100, and then to make matters worse, we start the Nick game for $500. That means the last person to win a hand puts $500 in the middle and we play a splash pot. People will risk thousands of dollars to avoid paying out a few $100s for the nit tax. And this hand is a prime example. There's only 2 players left with their nit buttons, myself and T1000. Whichever one of us win a hand next will save themselves $500, while the loser will pay $500. The plus one opens to 75. It folds me in the big blind. I have 10-7 of clubs. I call. T1000 is in the $25 straddle. He obviously isn't calling. He's raising. He makes it $450. The plus one folds and it's back on me. My hand isn't worth calling $450 with, but if I fold, I automatically lose the nit game. Both options seem horrible, but I'm not just gonna forfeit the nit game. I put in the call with nearly 1,000 in the middle. The flop comes Queen 7-5 with 1 club. All things considered, this is a pretty good board for our hand. I have middle pair with a backdoor flush and straight draw. I start off with a check and T1000 C-bets for $300. I call. The turn is the ace of clubs, giving us a flush draw to go along with our pair. I check once again. T1000, once again, does not check. He bets $600. I have just over $2,600 in my stack. I don't think he's gonna have anything better than a pair on this board. I have just enough behind where if I jam, we might be able to give him to fold a better hand. I haven't shown any bluffs up to this point, and this feels like a perfect spot to go for it.
Ooh, snap.
Wow.
Snap by T1000.
Sam Queso could be stacked for the 2nd time today.
We agree to go 1 time. If the river isn't a 7 or a club, I'm gonna be down over $6,000.
And Sam Queso starting off in the hole.
Well, it's going about as bad as it could possibly go. I got the worst seat in the entire game. I got T1000 on my left, and as y'all can probably see by now, it's not going well. I'm down 6,500 currently, and we're about to start back the Nick game. I only brought 8,000 with me. So if I lose this, I'm gonna lose the entire $8,000. Honestly, the game's not that good. I don't have an edge. The game's not good. But if I can make a comeback, this will make for a sick story. So run out of it just yet. We still got chips.
As soon as I sit back down, I finally win a hand and get rid of my nip button. And then 5 minutes later, I leak down at 5-6 of hearts in the small blind. Open to 75 and get 2 callers. The flop is decent. It's 3-4 deuce giving us the nuts. I check, under the gun takes the bait, and bet $75. The +1 calls, there's a ton of draws on the board, and with the way I've been running today, I'll probably end up with the worst hand by the river. So I raised to 425, and they both fold. So now, we're only down $6,000. But then we go card dead. For the next hour and a half, we're literally bleeding chips at this point. I finally look down at a decent hand on the button, but it's not good enough to raise with. So I limp for $25. T1000 makes it $150. Son calls, and so do I. The flop gives us a flush draw. If anyone bets, I'm probably going to be all in. And that's exactly what happens. T1000 c-bets for $300, and Son calls. I go all in. Honestly, I'm hoping they both fold. T1000 folds, but then Son decides to call with middle pair. What is happening right now? I basically beg him to go twice because I know I'm not going to get there on the first run out. Thankfully, he says yes. As expected, we brick everything on the first board. But the second turn bails us out. So we chop it up. I've been in the hole this entire session. Feels like I just can't seem to gain any momentum. But the thing about poker is the swings can be crazy. And sometimes all you need is to catch fire for a few hands to turn your entire session around. One orbit goes by before I pick up King Jack of Diamonds and the low jack. Open to 75. The cutoff 3-bets to 250 and Son calls in the straddle. I put in the call as well. Flop comes 3-7-8 all diamonds. Son checks. I check, just hoping the cutoff bets. But he checks. We're still 3 ways to a turn. It's a king. Now I'm just hoping one of these guys has a king in their hand. That might be the case because Son leads out on this turn for $600. I could raise, but I decided to just call, hoping the cutoff would come along or potentially raise if he's holding the ace of diamonds. He doesn't. He folds. Now we're heads up. The river's an offsuit jack. We still have the second best possible hand on this board. Immediately, Son starts reaching for chips and bets $1,100. I only have $1,600 in my stack, so I go all in, expecting him to call with literally anything. Sadly, he has 9 high. He folds. After playing over 100 hands, we finally win our first big pot of the day. 2 hands later, I win another decent-sized pot with ace-9 of hearts. That gets my stack to the 5K mark. I'm only down $3,000 at the moment. And Son appears to be on a mega tilt because he just starts going all in with any 2 cards. Literally. He went all in pre-flop with 7-3 of clubs. This is great news for me. All I need to do is catch a few of his punts and I'll be out of the hole. Skull Mike opens to 75 from the +1. Son 3-bets to 500, leaving himself only 1,500 behind. It folds with me on the button, and I look down at ace-king. I 4-bet to 2,000 to isolate Son. Skull Mike folds, and Son calls. He has pocket 3s. It's a coin flip. I've been losing these flips all day, but if I can win just this one, I'll only be down a few $100s. We're running it once. The flop is no help. The turn gives us a gut shot to Broadway. Now any queen, king, or ace will give us the win. But the river is a 7. Losing this hand took the life out of me. I was so close to getting even. Now I'm down over $5,000. Fortunately, that wasn't the end of the session. A few hands later, I play another big pot against Son. I have ace-jack of diamonds and open to 200 pre-flop. Son calls with 7-5 offsuit. He flops a straight, and I have the nut flush draw. He checks, I bet, he raises, I go all in, and he snap calls. We don't improve on the turn or at the river, and I'm left with less than $1,000 in my stack. I win some small pots after that hand, just before the stream comes to an end. Yes. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too. Thank you.
All right, here it is. Raw emotions. That sucked really bad. I don't think I played awful. I definitely didn't play my best, but I got it in a lot of times when it was like a coin flip or, you know, I was a little behind maybe and just couldn't make a hand. I mean, I got it in like 3 times with a flush draw or a pair and a flush draw, bricked every time. That hand with ace king against pocket 3s, that hand, if I would have won that, I'd have been down like $800. So unfortunately, some days that's just how it goes. That's poker. I mean, the lodge has been so good to me, so really I can't complain. just kind of sucks that all the run bad, you know, feels like it was just like built up for this one session. So that kind of sucks, and obviously it kind of hurts the challenge, hurts it really bad, because here are the results. I was in the game for $8,000, cashed out for $1,950, so I won just over $6,000, which is the worst loss of my entire life. So that sucks. Unless I go on a 10K upswing, we are not gonna reach our goal, but it's not impossible, okay? Obviously, it's happened before. Part of me wants to just go play, you know, huge games to try to get this money back, but I know that is not a good idea. Gotta be disciplined. It happens, all right? I'm not crazy upset. I'm pissed. No, I'm kidding. It sucked. It is what it is. All we can do at this point is forget about it, learn from it, lock back in next week, and try to win it back. That's all we can do. If you watch to the end, drop a comment for your boy, help me make this money back. Watch the video 20 or 30 times, share it with 40 friends, nothing crazy, help your boy out. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, shut your mouth, stay locked in, peace.